Hey guys, Madam Web, Madam Web, Madam Web, where to begin? Well, if you haven't seen it, I guess you have your own reasons, and I don't blame you. But on the chance that you are interested, check out Grace's non-spoiler review on it. I can't promise you, though, that you'll still want to watch it after hearing Grace's review on it, but that's your own risk. Anyway, this is going to be our spoiler review on Madam Web, so let's get going because there's tons to talk about. We haven't even talked to each other about this. So there's so much. I've only heard Grace's review, so that's it. She has no clue what I'm gonna say. But I think she knows.
Yeah,
But
I got a feeling.
just a little bit, huh?
Sure.
But before we
Uh,
start, please like, subscribe, and share, and comment down below with your thoughts on Madam Web, whether they are positive or negative. Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? Is it better than Morbius? Let us know all of that down below. Right, guys, I'm gonna apologize in ahead because I feel like when I was writing down my notes for this, I completely forgot to think about positives, and that's probably because there are no positives. So,
no, you're right.
it's just going to be negatives. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to start on because there's so much to talk about. So I'm going to first talk about characters. So I'll talk about Cassie. Um, I mean, Madam Web has never been like a really like main central character in the comics. Like, she's not like Ant-Man or like Spider-Man or or Daredevil or I don't know, all of the ones that we've seen. She's never been like that. I remember her in the animated series as sort of like being a guide to Peter. And yeah, this was a movie about Cassie, Madam Web, without Spider-Man. Yeah. Just from that, something's not right. But as a character in this movie, for me, Cassie was okay. I wouldn't say she was very interesting and not someone that held my attention. I didn't feel like I bonded with her or like I don't know. I just didn't have a connection with her. But yeah, she
Yeah.
was a character in the movie. And then you've got the three Spider Women: Julia Cornwell, aka Carpenter, Anya Corazon, and Mattie Franklin. They were falsely advertised. I think everyone
Yeah,
was
that's
thinking
a
that.
good way to say that.
They're literally in the trailers with their powers and their costumes. And I actually thought their costumes looked pretty cool in the trailers and in the movie for what we saw in the movie. But yeah, in the movie, they're literally just shown as being Spider Woman as just future visions. That's it. So we never actually get to see them like that in the movie,
Mm.
which is horrible because the whole trailer was sort of like they set up high expectations. I mean, like, my
Yeah.
expectations went high already, but honestly,
Mm.
really misled. But yeah, to talk about the actual characters, not memorable, nothing special for most of it. They were just annoying. Like they all had their own personality. Like there was a nerd, there was a cool guy, a cool kid who didn't want to like who was a rebel, that's what I was trying to say.
Mm.
And there was the other one. I don't know what the other one was, but that was literally it. They were just playing with stereotypes. That was it.
Mm.
Okay. And then the other character, the villain, Ezekiel Sims. I don't know what to say. At this point, I'm sort of like just tired of bad villains, like
Mm.
the Marvels, and now this. I can't compare this to the Marvels because the Marvels was actually just so much more better. So I'm sorry, Marvels. I said a lot of bad stuff about you. I'm taking it back because you don't be good. But yeah, his costume, first of all, yeah, what was that? And his aim is to
Yeah.
like kill the three girls who will end up killing him in the future, and that's pretty much it. He's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing relatable about him. I mean, sometimes the characters are the villains aren't relatable, but sometimes they are, and there was no real development. And at the end of the movie, I'm still left with questions like, why are the three Spider Women after him in the future? Like, what has he done? How come
Mm.
the heroes killed him? They killed him. They chucked him off the building. Like heroes don't do that unless they have a really good reason. But
Mm.
I don't know. Like usually killing is like the last. It's like the worst case scenario. Like it's an accident sort of thing. And what was
Mm.
he also doing all this time after Constance's death? Like, there's so much stuff that they never
Yeah.
actually told us about him. Like, all we know is that he was bitten by a spider, which we didn't even see happen in the movie. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
It was characters not that great, not memorable, not very interesting, very bland. Talking about the story and the plot now. So the story is basically Madam Web has to protect 3 future superheroes from death, and that was it. And from that, it sounds really cool, right? It sounds like they could have gone through so many different parts. But to be honest, the whole story was bland and it wasn't interesting. And it took forever to like actually get there.
Yeah.
And there was also lots of plot holes. Like this whole movie, like I feel like no one was using their brain. Because, first of all, sorry, I know this is getting really harsh. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but we're all thinking this, I think. I hope. But yeah, so the movie is based in the early 2000s, but the tech that they used to identify the Spider-Woman, it wouldn't have existed then. Like, there is no way any of that stuff that they did existed then. Also, when Cassie was going to the airport to go away to Peru, was it Peru?
Yeah, Peru. Yeah,
she was going somewhere anyway. But there are people that like there's like security people and everything, and they would have all like like there would have been like the system would have like picked up her passport and stuff. So did she have a fake passport or something? Like I don't know. There are a lot of plot twists, and basically the whole movie is just Cassie and the girls trying to get away from Ezekiel. The dialogue, there were honestly some very strange moments. Like when Cassie was telling the girls off, that part is like supposed to be really serious because they put their own lives in danger. But I honestly couldn't help but laugh. Like that part was honestly I was like, I should not be laughing at this, but it's funny. The CPR moment and where Matty goes, "You're a good teacher." I was like, what? Like just for doing this, just by going like you do this, there were also some other funny moments as well, but those are the two that just stood out to me. And there were also just some really strange movie parts, like the spider people coming down from the trees at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, this is so fake. Like, what is going on? Like, I was like, is something falling? Like, what's that? And also the water scenes too. We have 2 water scenes when Cassie drowns first time and the other one when she falls into the water and she becomes blind and all that stuff. But both scenes looked really weird. Like, action scenes. I mean, this is one of the things that I absolutely love about Marvel movies is the action scenes. Like I'm thinking of like Shang-Chi now, like with the bus scene. Like that was But yeah, for this there was barely anything. I really wanted that's literally where the false advertising comes in because I really wanted something between the Spider-Woman and Ezekiel. And that's only like a momentary glance into the future and that's it. That was basically the best action scene there was in the movie and it was like 2 seconds long. But yeah, okay, I'm going to move on to what was wrong with the movie. This is just my opinion. It's a superhero movie without any superheroes. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's like casting me and Grace in a movie and saying, "Oh yeah, this is a superhero movie," and I lost you in it. Like,
that wouldn't go too far.
There was a waste of Spider-Man connections, like the guessing game when they're trying to guess the baby's name, who will end up becoming Peter Parker. At least I hope so. At this point, they never really confirmed it, but we hope.
Yeah.
But why couldn't they make Cassie see like a vision of like the future, and she sees and she hears his name being called, like he's called Peter, and then she goes, Peter, and like they could be all shocked. Like that would honestly,
I was thinking of that.
Cool.
That would be such a better scene.
And honestly, what was the point even of having Ben and Mary in the movie? Like the movie would have not made a difference with or without them. Like they literally did nothing. But yeah, where's Spider-Man? That's basically it. Like I said at the beginning, Madam Web is like a central character to Spider-Man's journey. And there was literally no mention of Spider-Man or even any spider people in this movie. So it doesn't even make any sense. Like, why are Sony so afraid to put Spider-Man in the movie? Like they could, I don't know, they could have put something. I don't even know. I'm tired. Like you think about it. I'm not doing the writing for you. The humor, right? I don't know. I've heard people say this movie was really funny, but I think they meant it in like a funny, like it was a really bad funny. Because when they said I took it seriously, I took it literally. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be really funny. And I was like, yeah, no, they were joking. But yeah, I get it. We're all tired of over top like Thor, Love and Thunder. Like they overdid it there. But honestly, just a little bit would have at least helped break it up.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was thinking was they should have actually just killed off one of the girls. Like the stakes would have become
Ooh.
bigger. There would have been like more of a sense to like stop him, and we would have seen how evil he was. But there was none of that. If they had just killed one of them, I'm not saying kill all of them. I'm just saying kill one of them. Like that movie could have been so much more different. Like we would have been really angry with him. At least I hope so. I don't know anymore. But I just feel like, that would have helped.
I
And
was not expecting you to say that, to be honest. Like, just kill one of the girls.
in a horrible way, but I really feel like you just need some sort of thing to push the characters to actually, that is character development, isn't it? There,
Yeah.
that is giving them a stake, because at the moment they're just running away. They don't even know why they're running away. Like, come on, kill one of them. Come on, at least then they've got a reason for stopping him. Yeah, I've been hearing it's sort of, I guess you could call it conspiracy theory. It's a theory, but that all of these like Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, Matt Smith from Morbius, they all joined the Sony universe under false pretenses because they were told that they were joining the MCU, and there is that whole theory going on. And I honestly believe that, because I can't believe any of those three people, anybody who joined willingly, thought that they were joining this rubbish universe created by Sony. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Venom. We're not going to talk about Into the Spider-Verse because that's completely separate, but that's honestly just
Oh yeah.
that's at the top. But yeah, all of the movies that we've had, like even Craven that's coming up later this year, at least it is supposed to. I don't know whether they'll just delay it again, but that doesn't look great to me either. It looks okay, but I feel like it's another Morbius thing, because I was really hyped for Morbius and then I saw it, and I feel like it's going to be the same for Craven. But yeah, at the end of the day, going back to Madam Web, it was rubbish. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to waste my breath. I'm going to let Grace take over because I'm tired. I need a rest. So go on, Grace. Go for it.
Right, because basically what you said is exactly what I would have said, to be honest. I do agree the characters were felt like it was a waste. Like they in the trailers they showed like they had true potential. They overpromise on like how great these characters are, and then it just felt like a waste. Like the girls, the spider ladies, like I thought, oh my god, we're gonna see like a trio fighting against a villain, but no, it was just Blank running away, cat and mouse chase scene. And then when the ending with when Cassie had like that kind of astro projection power thing, I thought, oh my god, that would be so cool. Like she's there, but like there's so many of her fighting against the villain. That would be so better. And then it only lasted for like 2 seconds, and then that's it. It was just really sad. Again, the villain as well was a waste as well. Like again, he just sounded like he wanted to be really evil, but then all the things he does, like killing Cassie's mom and then taking the Spider-Man to get powers, so like they say he wanted like for money and power, but we don't know why he wanted power and money. It just left it blank with he's just got no motive for anything. It was um just really boring. And again, when you mean the suit, I thought it would have looked cool. The thing I mentioned in the non-spoiler food is that he looked weird leaping over and over without swinging or shooting. He should have called himself the Fog Man or something. If he keeps doing that, it was just weird. Yeah, the story was slow. Um, I'd said that they should have brought some of the scenes like in the middle of the film much early, like the train scene, much early fight scenes or something, because I think they would have made a bit more interesting. And one thing I forgot to mention in the non-spoiler review was I felt like it was missing like a subplot, like something else should have been happening and somehow links in together. That would have made it so much interesting. one other thing before we did this review, thought that this would have made a greater story was that when Cassie would be assuming that the villain would have tried to kill the Spider Girls, but in actuality, he said he's trying to kill a girl, and maybe he should have was trying to kill Mary Parker because she's gonna give birth to the actual Spider-Man, and maybe that would be the whole plot twist or something like confusion, and yeah, I don't know. And again, there was so many lack of like cameos, so many lack of Spider-Man clues about everything. You were right. Ben Parker. Well, I thought he had something with Cassie, like a good relationship. If he wasn't in there, he would have made any difference, to be honest. And so would Mary. Um, and that leads to another question: what universe was it based in? Because I did say was it based in Andrew Garfield's universe, but I mean Mary's hairs are very different. But I don't know how to describe it. It's
No,
just like
no, they've
all
said that it's separate. It's completely separate. It's on its own.
oh, that's good. That's good because
It's
I
good. I
hated
love
to
that.
bring them together. But Madam Web can like see like different versions of Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. I was hoping like we could see her like maybe seeing a bit of the multiverse and see like other Spider-Mans and maybe a bit of MCU or something. That would have made such a big connection. Just it was just such a waste. Like a waste of opportunity, a waste of time, a waste of energy. It was just a complete waste and should have been put in the trash straight away. Yeah, it's just really sad that they just ruined it all. And the sad thing is, they didn't have an end credit scene, so I don't know. Like, they should have had something at the end.
Nah,
I
I
mean,
think they gave up. I think they were like, we're not going to waste our time on that. There's no point. This is not going to get a sequel. This is not going to get anything. There's no point.
no,
End it there.
no, it does not deserve the sequel. No. Oh God. Do you think she's gonna get involved with the Sinister Six film that Sony was planning? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. The way it's looking like Sony will probably just like completely like forget about Madden Web. Like they made a movie about it, but it's not there. It doesn't exist. So it'll
But
be
that's such
completely
a
like wiped out.
but yeah, but that's such a shame because you said that the spider ladies they would look great in their costumes and they had like kind of good powers as well. I haven't we date the film didn't really dig well in the actual origin comics for these characters, and that's a shame because we didn't see much of those like their powers and their skills.
Mm-hmm.
And if it did went well, it could have had like a chance to actually connect the Spider Ladies with like the Spider-Men, sorry. So I don't know, it could be like a live action like Cross the Spider-Verse sort of thing. That would have been so much better. Yeah, so Emily, would you prefer this or Morbius?
Oh, Morbius, definitely.
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer this than Morbius in a way.
I feel like
Mhm.
Morbius at least sort of like it had something in there. While it was
Mm.
short, while there was really like I don't know, maybe it's because it's been so long since I've watched Morbius. When I say so long, I only watched it once. But yeah, from
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
remember, at least I feel like it was it was okay. I feel like this was absolutely just rubbish. Like it was pointless. It was a pointless movie. And like the whole thing
Okay,
that
I
they did
understand.
with the quote, with great power comes great responsibility, but they changed it
Oh
into with
yeah, they swap.
great
Yeah,
responsibility
yeah,
comes great power.
y-
And that whole thing,
yeah,
like that that honestly messed up such an important line. Like they should have just left it out. Like why
yeah,
mention it?
yeah. So that's our spoiler review today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our talk and Emily's like great like talk about how horrible the film is, which is understandable because it is a pile of rubbish. So yeah, before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the film. Whether do you think it was bad or was it really, really bad? Was it better than Morbius? And do you think it deserves a sequel? Definitely not. But yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You can check out the non-spoiler review, but if you have seen it, then don't worry. But you could tell others about it. You can also check out our other Marvel reviews that we've done in the past. We've done the Marvels. We also done recent MCU stuff. We also done Marvel all the Marvel films of 2023 if you want to check that out. We also done some Disney reviews, we done other reviews and reactions, games, pranks, the whole lot, guys. You can check them out on our channel. You can also check our website Emily has made for us. It's about the debater and tells you some of the videos we've done in the past. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. If you do, we will follow you back. That's a promise. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.